to the fray, weapon out and belly in. Warrior struggling to remain consequential. Bold
Apple Woo! Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right. It's me, Uncle Lou. Guess what? I am live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it also. And in addition to that as well, this is Watch College Game Day with Uncle Lou live. How many Georgia games? You know, this is weird. Is this the fourth time Game Day has done a Georgia game this year? That's weird for a team that ain't played nobody. But when you're number one, everybody wants to come and see you. So it is what it is. But Game Day is live from Atlanta, Georgia today for the SEC Championship, which comes up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Live stream scheduled today. I'll be on Patreon around 3:30 or so for the SEC Championship game. When the SEC Championship game ends, win or lose, I will upload a post-game video and then go live on YouTube for the primetime game. So if Georgia loses and you want to come troll me live and you're not on the Patreon page, you can come tonight in primetime and troll me. How's that? Yeah, that's what you can go ahead and do. Anyway, good morning. I hope you guys are ready for a great day of college football. We got some good games today, and we could have some great games today. Of course, the Georgia-Alabama game, Michigan and Iowa, Oklahoma State and Baylor, Wake Forest and Pitt. Utah beat the absolute soul and will to live out of Oregon last night for the second time in 3 weeks. It's weird. Why does Miami want Mario Cristobal so bad? And by Miami, I mean their fans. The school doesn't. The school wants Manny Diaz. I mean, that's obvious. That's why he's the coach and hasn't been fired. But the Miami fans keep making these coaching search videos. There is no coaching search. There's a search for an athletic director. But anyway, and the other fan base that really gets the most out of that Utah-Oregon game last night, that's right, Ohio State. Ohio State is on their hands and knees this morning, worshiping Utah. Because if Michigan wins today, they're going to the playoff, which would mean most likely Ohio State would go to the Rose Bowl and play the winner of the Pac-12 title game. And believe me when I tell you, Ohio State does not want any more of Oregon. They've already got humiliated and embarrassed once by Oregon. Can you imagine the despair in Columbus, Ohio, if they had to take not one but two giant L's to a terrible Oregon team? So Ohio State fans happy as hell this morning. They don't have to go through that trouble of losing to Oregon. Instead, they get to play Utah, it looks like, if Michigan wins today. But anyway, I got the schedule of games up on the screen. Ended up being a good game last night, too, Western Kentucky and UTSA. UTSA was up huge. And Western Kentucky came back and made it a pretty good game, but UTSA ends up getting the win 49-41. And then, of course, the full schedule of games today. Big 12 title game coming up at noon. Big noon kickoff. Baylor versus Oklahoma State. Also coming up at noon. Kent State versus NIU. This is interesting. Nick Saban went to Kent State, and NIU beat Georgia Tech. Should be a great game. App State at Louisiana Lafayette. San Diego State and Utah State. Those games are at 3 and 3. What was that, 3 and 3:30? Yeah, 3 and 3:30. Georgia and Alabama at 4, the SEC title game. And then in primetime tonight, you've got two choices. Or if you're like me, you can watch them both. Some people still only have one TV. What ain't dang? It was Black Friday, man. You could have went and got a great deal on 2 or 3 more TVs and started watching these games like you're supposed to. Michigan versus Iowa. Big Ten title game. 8 o'clock on Fox. Pitt versus Wake Forest, the ACC title game, 8 o'clock on ABC. So that's the schedule of games today. Again, I'll be live on Patreon around 3:30 for the SEC Championship game coming up at 4. When that game ends, I'll upload my post-game video, win or lose, and then I'll go live on the channel right here for whoever wants to come and hang out and watch these 2 primetime games or troll me. Or more likely, congratulate me. Yeah, I expect a lot of people in that live stream tonight to be apologizing to me and congratulating me, too. Parker, thank you for the super chat this morning. If you had to pick one upset today, what is it? If I had to pick one, Baylor, Oklahoma State. Probably Baylor, Oklahoma State. I'm going to pull up the most up-to-date lines on these games here in a few minutes and try to figure out a way to lose some money betting on these games today. Speaking of betting on these games today, who won last week? I know they won, but I can't remember who it was. Anybody remember who won the pick? Who won the Saturday morning contest last week? Because I know they won because they took Georgia minus 35, and Georgia won by 45. So I think I might have wrote it down. Does anybody in the comment section remember who won last week, though? I'll have to send them their money. The Nature Boy won. Nature Boy is saying he won. I think, you know what? I think you did win. All right. Email me your PayPal information, and I'll send you the money right here live on the show while we're on the show. I got my email pulled up. It's crazyunclelou@gmail.com. crazyunclelou@gmail.com. Send me an email with your PayPal information, and I'll send you your winnings. Somebody else at the end of today's show will have another opportunity to win. Every super chat and every PayPal gets entered into a drawing at the end of the show. At the end of the show, we'll enter all of those names into a random name picker. The random name picker will randomly pick a name. That person can place a bet on any game they want here on the schedule of games today. I'll place the bet for you. If you win, I will send you your winnings. We've been waiting till the following Saturday to send you your winnings, but if you win today, I'll probably just go ahead and send it to you today because I don't know what the schedule of games is like after today with the way the bowls are set up and all that. So. And I'll make sure I write it down today, too. Yeah, that'll be just fine. I think that'll be just fine. Let's see, where can we put it? Uncle Lou's copious notes here. Running out of room. I take too many copious notes is what it is. I just take too many copious notes. It's no big deal. Anyway, hope you guys are ready for an exciting day of games today. Of course I am. Georgia in the SEC championship game at 12-0, as predicted by Uncle Lou. Yep, that's right. Georgia. Uncle Lou went ahead and predicted Georgia to go 12-0 this year, and that's what he went ahead and did. Let's take roll. You want to? Let's take roll. I think that would be a good idea. And make sure everyone is present and accounted for. Quincy Carter is here. That's no surprise to me. Noel Squad, AG Raider, Sergeant King, Tyler Buckner, Baylor Man, Bears, Cubs, Canes. What's up, buddy? Neo, Daniel Joseph, Jarvis S, Johnson Jefferson, Cool G, Rack Dog, Joshua Topa Rick, Huffer Billy Paul, Corey Williams, Josh Savage Dog, Ryan Ramey, Yo, Albert Sancho, Slim Shady Canes, GF Sports, Jonah Roberts, Parker, David Relaford, General Shadow, salute, sir. Thank you for your service. Yep. Dan Davis, K-Dog, Lispy, Crammy, Marvin Robertson, Dustin Stone, CR, Battle Angel, though, Kerma, Old Codger is here. Is that Celine Driver? That must be Celine Driver's backup account. Old Codger. Riley Corn, Whiskey Kilo, Squid Survivor. Congratulations on that, by the way. That's no easy task. Colonel Mafadoo, not to be confused with Colonel Mustard. Jarvis S., bassist Dalton, JJ, RB Smata, Brandon Pratt, Buddy Terrell, Austin Tippett, James Briley, K-Dog, Eli, Ciro Santana, Noel Squad, Zona Tucson, Ryan Miller, Rob Dog, Jeremy Palk. Appreciate all y'all tuning in this morning. Great day of games. Conference championship Saturday. Unfortunately, a lot of your teams aren't playing today. But mine is, yep, that's right. That's right. All right, let's see. Where are we at here today? Parker did that. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. He says, but who even watches Georgia play Lou one time? Derp, derp. Oh, watch you. Oh, watch you. Caleb Reed, Caleb Reed, thank you for the super chat. He says, you're a damn good dog, Uncle Lou. Glad this is the year I found your channel. Go Dogs. Yeah, me too, Caleb. I'm glad you found your way here, too. This is an average channel, but one of, if not the best, college football comment sections on all of YouTube. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, the three of you will be entered into the drawing at the end of the show. There's also a PayPal link for those of you that have PayPal. Your name gets entered twice for every PayPal that you do because YouTube steals half your super chat money. PayPal does not. So there's the PayPal link in the comment section. I think it's also posted in the description of the video. And the mods will post it every 15 minutes or so. But every super chat and every PayPal gets entered into a random drawing at the end of the show. Have yourself a chance to win some money betting on one of these games today. Yep, that's right. Facts. Facts. Anyway. Should we look at the Georgia's gone back and forth between a 6 and a 6.5 point favorite. Well, before we look at the lines, forget that. Before we look at the spreads, let me go through game by game. I want to know. I want a general idea of who the majority of the people think is going to win each game. I can't prevent you from trolling and just saying Alabama because I'm a Georgia fan. But so type whatever you want. But I'm trying to get an idea of who everybody really thinks is going to win. So let's start with the Baylor versus Oklahoma State game. That comes on 12 ABC. Now, if Oklahoma State wins, they're probably going to get in. Unless Georgia loses, right? But who do y'all think wins between Baylor and Oklahoma State? I see mostly Oklahoma States, but I see quite a few Baylors too. It looks like probably a few more Oak States. I think that might be the best chance for a real upset today. Baylor versus Oklahoma State. Let me see, what was the score of that game last time they played? Because, the Big 12 plays round robin. Everybody plays everybody in the regular season. So, meanwhile, Georgia, that's weird, isn't it? In the Big 12, everybody plays everybody, but every year Georgia plays nobody. That's weird. That's really weird. That doesn't seem fair to Baylor and Oklahoma State. They have to play everybody in the Big 12. Meanwhile, Georgia plays nobody every year. 24-14, Oklahoma State beat Baylor the last time they played. That was in Oklahoma State, in Stillwater, at Oklahoma State. So this is a neutral site game, of course, today. But a 10-point game last time these two played, Baylor and Oklahoma State. I could see Baylor pulling the upset in that one. You don't see very many upsets in conference championship games, at least not since the playoff era started. I either heard or read a stat the other day that there's been 25 or 24. There's been 24 Power 5 conference championship games in the playoff era where the spread was 5 points or more. 24 conference championship games in the Power 5 during the playoff era where the spread was 5 points or more. And the favorite in those games is 23-1 straight up to win the game. So only one upset in conference championship games during the playoff era by an underdog of more than 5 points. So the favorites usually win these. The favorites usually win these. Daniel Joseph, thank you for hitting the super chat. He says, but who have they played? Who have they played? Lou, I hear what you're saying about Georgia. They got a good defense. They've got the best 5'5" quarterback of the last 20 years. But can I ask you a serious question? Who have they played? Who have they played? Who have they played? They ain't played nobody. They ain't played nobody. Whoopity you! Facts. Who have they played? Sean M., thank you for hitting the PayPal link this morning to help support the show. He says, F the Gumps and go Dogs, though. I can get down on that. Thank you for hitting the PayPal link this morning, Sean, to support the show. We'll get you entered in the drawing at the end 2 times. 2 times entered in the drawing for hitting the PayPal link. Kyle T. Hoghead. What's up, Hoghead? It's good to see you in here this morning, buddy. Thank you for supporting the show today. He says, thanks for not you do. It is always a blast. Thanks for what you do. It's always a blast. You can't go wrong with college football. It's a blast either way. Speaking of college football, I hope the majority of you will hang around. I do this year-round on YouTube, full-time, and it gets hard. It gets hard in the off-season. I'm not going to lie. It's hard in the off-season. I hope a lot of you will stick around and watch the videos and participate in the comment section of the live shows and stuff like that. When I don't do this Saturday morning show year-round. I only do this Saturday morning show during the season, but I upload videos and do the call-in shows and all that stuff year-round. I hope a lot of you will stick around. Help a brother out. Thank you, Kyle. Hoghead. Mike Reiser, thank you for hitting the PayPal link this morning, too, sir. He says, Pokes fan for a day. Winning, they're in. You know, new blood and all. Well, you're going to have some new blood in either way. I mean, Cincinnati and Michigan have never made a playoff. Oklahoma State has never made a playoff. It's likely that they get in, you know. Georgia's only made one. You know, every year I hear from people, I'm tired of seeing the same teams in the playoffs every year. Bama, Clemson, Oklahoma. Well, none of them are in it this year, so all those people should be happy. Y'all should be Georgia fans. That's what y'all should do. Y'all should become Georgia fans for the playoff run. All the people that wanted new teams in. There you go. Become Georgia fans. That's what you should do. You better hurry. There's not much room left on the bandwagon, that I can tell you. That I can tell you. Jonah R. says, Dogs by 20 today. Now, that would be something. I've got the score at 31-20 Dogs. I've got 31-20 Dogs. Good guys. Dogs on top. The G. I don't think that's unreasonable. And he says, have a good morning. I am, look, so far, morning's great. Now, the hope is to have a great morning all day long, especially between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. That's the goal. Colby says, go Dogs 31-21. So we're almost dead on the money, me and Colby. Thank you for hitting the PayPal link, Colby. I'll take 31-21. I'll take a 1-point win today. I'm not going to lie. Jeremy B., thank you for hitting the PayPal link. He says, with Jahmyr Gibbs leaving Georgia Tech, what's the most likely team to scoop up this great talent that we pissed away? I don't know. He's from the state of Georgia. I like Jahmyr Gibbs, but Georgia has a crowded running back room. Not that means Jahmyr Gibbs couldn't play at Georgia. Of course he could. But he may want to go somewhere where he can be more of a featured running back. Georgia doesn't really have featured running backs. They rotate them every 2 plays. He may not want that. I don't know. I don't remember his recruitment all that well, so I don't remember if he had like a top 3. So now maybe you look, like let's say he had a top 3, but he chose Tech. Well, maybe now you look at the other 2 that were in his top 3, whoever that might have been. I don't follow recruiting closely enough to remember if that was the case or not with Jahmyr Gibbs. Tiger Paw Craven, thank you for hitting the PayPal link this morning. He says, chat name Tiger Paw Craven. Lou, didn't you know, according to the Oklahoma man, they're taking Dabo Swinney, Brent Venables, and the rest of Clemson's coaching staff? I have heard that. Now, wouldn't that be something? Now, Southern Cal took Oklahoma's old coaching staff, so anything could happen. I don't see Dabo leaving. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked in any given year if Venables left to go somewhere. I mean, people have been wanting Brent Venables as head coach for years, and he keeps turning them down. I think the reason the rumors about Brent Venables are really catching on are obvious. It's because he came from there. So he's got ties to Oklahoma, so it doesn't surprise me to hear Venables' name attached to the Oklahoma job. But Dabo, no, that would shock me like Brian Kelly did. So I don't see that happening. But a lot of shit has happened that I didn't see happening. Remember when Georgia lost to South Carolina in 2019? I do. Joshua Toporek, thanks for hitting the PayPal link. He says, good morning, that Uncle Lou. I love your hype and hate video yesterday. Thank you, sir. I'll be rooting for your dogs to beat the soul out of Alabama so these inbred mouth breathers will finally shut up about how good they think they are. Also, the Utah man had roasted duck not once but twice. That's a fact. Ducks QB confirmed hot doo-doo, and coach is also hot doo-doo. Yeah, don't tell the Miami fans that. I tried to tell the Miami fans that last night in the video. They didn't want to hear it. They've already got their mind made up. They want Mario Cristobal, and they don't care how many games he loses. I called Mario Cristobal and asked him what he thought about the Miami job. And he said, yeah, that's why I went ahead and lost the Pac-12 title game. I figured if I'm going to be the head coach of Miami, I might as well get used to losing. Slim Shady Canes, thank you for supporting the show this morning, sir. He says, rolls pie one time, woo. I'm so confident the Gump's going to smash the Taters one time that I bet my whole rent payment on this game one time. Shout out to Pigskin Pete, too. I'm sorry, Texas Pete. Shout out to Texas Pete. I just found out yesterday he's got a new name. He's now Texas Pete. A lot going on. Daniel M., thank you for hitting the PayPal link this morning. He says, good morning, Lou. Only thing that worries me about the game is if Stetson can throw us out of a deficit and if he can play near perfect. Thoughts? Go Dogs, though. Yeah, I mean, because we just haven't seen that, right? The last time really that Stetson had to throw the ball was against Alabama last year, and it didn't work out. Now he's a better quarterback this year. Georgia's a better team overall. The defense obviously is much better. Alabama's offense is nowhere near what it was last year. I mean, what did they score on us last year to win the game? Up into the 40s, right? What did we score, 20? I would expect us to score more than 20 this year, and I would expect Alabama to score much less than 40. So, but I get that concern. I mean, that's kind of been the concern about Stetson all along is, what are you going to do if you look up in the midway through the third quarter and you're down 2 touchdowns and we're not able to run the ball? Can Stetson throw you to a victory? Can Stetson win a game for you? Because this isn't a knock on Stetson, but Stetson has not been asked to win a game. He's been asked not to lose them. I mean, I think only twice this year he's thrown over 20 passes. My guess is he's going to have to throw more than 20 today. Hopefully not a lot more, but some amount more. Jonah, thank you for hitting the PayPal link. He says, I entered through PayPal, but won't be here later. If I win, pick UGA to lay the points. All right, Jonah takes UGA lay the points. All right, I wrote that down. Jonah R. Gotcha. I got you down, Jonah. Caleb, thank you for hitting the PayPal link this morning to help support the show. He says, it's a great day to go 13-0. Go Dogs. Can anybody tell me the last time Florida was 13-0? Can anyone tell me that in the comments section? When was the last time Florida was 13-0? Rob Dog, thank you for hitting the PayPal link. He says, I'm on my way to see the Dogs play. Watch me. I'll be the one in red at the Benz. Yeah. Well, we should be able to spot you, no problem. Have fun at the game, Rob. And since you're going to the game, you know how this works. I'm holding you personally responsible for a win since you will be there. So it's up to you, Rob. Don't let us down. Don't let us down, Rob Dog. Yeah, any Florida fans in the chat that can let me know the last time Florida was 13-0, I'd be interested to know. Nature Boy, good to see you in here. He says, Gibbs wanted to be a dog. We had Milton and Zach Evans in the fold. Ended up taking Edwards after Evans let go. That's right. That's right. And since this is your PayPal, let me go ahead and send you your winnings. Nature Boy won the drawing last Saturday morning, and he picked a winner. When was the last time Florida was 13-0? It's a fair question. It's a fair question to ask. Still waiting on an answer. All right, Nature Boy. Usually takes a couple of minutes for this to show up on your end. All right, it's sent, Nature Boy. It should show up on your end here in a few minutes. Let's see. I see 95, 96, and 2008 for the answers to the Florida question. Well, let's take a look. 1995, someone said. They were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sorry, but that's incorrect. It was not 1995. They were 12-0. And then they were 12-1. They were 12-0. And then they were 12-1. It was not 1995. Let's check 1996, someone said. Okay, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-0? No, 10-1. And then 11-1, and then 12-1. So it's a no for 1995, and it's a no for 1996. Someone wants me to check 2008. Let's check 2008. 2008. Florida was 1, 2, 3, 3-0. And then they were 3-1. Still looking for guesses. Now someone says 1997. Okay, 1997. Trying to find the last time Florida was 13-0. Well, in 1997, they went 10-2, so I can tell you that it's impossible that they were ever 13-0. Okay? They were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-0, and then they were 5-1. And then they were 6-1, and then they were 6-2. Still looking. Now someone says 1998. No. They were 1-0. They were 2-0. They were 2-1. And then they finished 10-2. In 2005, someone wants to say. No. Went 9-3. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1. 1994. No. They were 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 5-1. The answer is never. Florida has 0 perfect seasons in school history. So, I reckon that's enough guesses, but Florida has a grand total of 0 perfect seasons in school history. That's right. That's right. A real poverty program. David Hunt says, who has Bama been impressive against? They were impressive against Ole Miss in the first half. They were impressive against Mississippi State. And then that's it. Thank you for the super chat. David, he says, WDE, that's a Barner right there. Good to see you in here, David. Got you entered into contest for the end of the show. Those of you just joining in. Well, hold on. Let's stop right now. Wait a minute. 329 people in here, 331 people in here, 113 thumbs up. With 330 people in here, the thumbs up should be at least 200. Hit the thumbs up. It's a huge help during a live show. Hit the thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It doesn't take any time to do. It's literally the simplest act of kindness you could possibly do. Let's see if we can get it to 200. Jimmy Robinson, thank you for hitting the super chat. This is not an average channel. You, sir, have officially been goated. Go Dogs, hashtag savages only. I appreciate those kind words, Jimmy. Thank you. Jonah Roberts, thank you for the super chat. I entered through PayPal, but won't be here later. If I win, pick you, Jay, later points. I got you down. Got you down, sir. Unruly Simeon. Why so unruly, sir? Why so unruly? He says, any other team, I'm maybe 5% worried. Bama, I'm 7% worried. Oh, man. Hey, thanks for acting. No, I love going on Mark Rogers' show. I like Mark Rogers a lot. Bad Dog Sports, thank you for the super chat. He says, get it out of your system, Bama fans. Hashtag 1980. Who have they played? 19. Let's go. Yeah, get here. Okay, we got over 200 likes. That's good. Now, can we get some hashtag 1980 in the chat, please? That would be great. Hashtag 1980. Who have they played? He says, type. It ends today. Tide about to get rolled. And this is coming from an OU fan, he says. Well, I hope you're right, Bad Dog. I sure hope you're right, buddy. Zach to the future, thank you for the super chat. He says, Uncle Lou, the Alabama demons of games past are attacking my mind this morning. Please tell me my Gump coworkers are going to be sad next week. Yes. They're going to be devastated. And their wives are going to be devastated too. in a different type of way. Parker, thank you for the super chat. Will Bama score more on UJ than Tennessee did? Probably. I think Bama scores 20. Tennessee scored 17. Isan Sarshar, thank you for the super chat. He says, been calling Feinbaum for 7 years. Bet me $1,000. This is Mike from Kentucky, big Bama fan. Thank you, Isan. That was good. JD In-Law 1974, thank you for hitting the super chat this morning. Kuala Gangze Motan, thank you. Trey Bartolo, very generous of you on the super chat, sir. I really appreciate that. He says, here's a what-if scenario, because there's so much fun to think about. Yeah, I never get tired of the what-ifs. Cincinnati, Alabama, Oak State, and Michigan lose. What two-loss team gets in your opinion? Just imagine the drama. Okay, so Cincinnati, Alabama, Oak State, and Michigan lose. So basically, everybody in the top 5 except Georgia loses. That's what you're saying. Well, clearly Notre Dame would be in. Maybe Baylor in that scenario, because Baylor's a two-loss team. So maybe Baylor gets in. So you'd have Georgia, Notre Dame, and then it would be potluck between. Maybe it depends on some of the scores too. Maybe Michigan stays in if it's a close loss. I don't know. Probably some combination of Alabama, Baylor, Notre Dame, Georgia, Michigan, maybe somewhere in there if it's a close loss. I don't think Oklahoma. I don't think Ole Miss. I think it would be some combination of those teams I just named. I doubt that's going to happen, though. Daniel Joseph, thank you for the super chat. Did you see Brian Kelly's newfound LSU accent? I did see that. Why do people keep making this mistake, too, by the way? He's not the first one to do this. Politicians have been known to do this, right? Like, you get a northern. Didn't Hillary Clinton do this one time? Went somewhere and talked with some kind of accent, tried to pretend she had some type of an accent. You see this a lot. I don't understand why these people don't learn their lessons from this. They get clowned every time they try it. They get clowned every time they try it. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. He says, hey, Google, when was the last time Florida was 13-0? Google says, the police are on the way to search your house for meth. I sure am going to miss this guy. Like me. Shame. Don't you, baby? Don't you wish your girlfriend was raw like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Big fun. I mean, I'm really going to miss him. I don't even know how to make fun of Bill Napier yet. I got to figure it out. Believe me, I'll come up with something. Believe me. Don't worry. Don't worry, Florida fans. I'll come up with something on Bill Napier. Just don't know what yet. Caleb, thank you for the super chat. I've been on Feinbaum for 8 years. I'm probably more no than you, bro. Hashtag coward pussy. Eric Klein, thank you for the super chat. Bama's only a few plays away from being 8-4. It's an average team. Dogs will win 37-17. Unruly Simeon, thank you for the super chat. He says, Marcus Freeman didn't try an Irish accent on Notre Dame. Clearly not as dedicated as Brian Kelly. That would have been something to see Freeman do that because, of course, he's been at Notre Dame already, so they know how he talked before. It would have been really strange had he showed up with the Irish jig routine, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would have. Would have been hilarious. Daniel Joseph, thank you for the super chat. Kentucky fan here. We will miss Mullen. What? Wait a minute. Kentucky fan here. We'll miss Mullen. He has our wins. Yeah, you did. You beat Mullen half the time, which is amazing for Kentucky. Kentucky was 2-2 against Dan Mullen. Senor Dog, thank you for the super chat. The only downside of UJ winning today is that Kirby won't be the first to beat Taint Saban. That's true, but let's keep in mind that Kirby has never lost to one of his former assistants, ever. Nick Saban has. Kirby's never lost to a former assistant. I want to hear ESPN and SportsCenter and everyone else talk about that ad nausea like they did Saban. Kirby, undefeated against former assistants. Nick Saban can't say that. Why is game day indoors? Well, yeah, where are they? Are they inside the Mercedes-Benz Stadium or are they in the College Football Hall of Fame? For those of you that have never been to Atlanta, the College Football Hall of Fame is like a block away from Mercedes-Benz. So a lot of times they do stuff at the Hall of Fame when they go up there, but I can't tell where they are here. It looks like they're inside the... No, they are at the Hall of Fame, aren't they? Because that's the... Isn't that the... Those of y'all that went to the Slob Olympics or who have been to the College Football Hall of Fame, isn't that the field where we kicked the field goals at right there? In the Hall of Fame? Looks like it. Unless they've got something else set up somewhere else. Trevor R., thank you for hitting the PayPal link to help support the show today, sir. I got you in the drawing coming up at the end of the show. He says, heading up to Atlanta now, Lou, to bring you home a win. Oh, man, thank you. Go Dogs. By the way, I'll take UJ minus 6.5 if I ain't here at the end of the show. All right, Trevor R. wants Georgia minus 6.5. Gotcha. Got you down. Good luck, sir. Have fun at the game. I'm sure you will. Thank you again for supporting the show. Is this Smata? Yes, it is. I prefer Kelly's fake voice to Coach O's real one. Now that's funny. Brian Kelly, fake Cajun accent, more tolerable than Ed Ogeron's real accent. You might not be the only one that feels that way. That might be a pretty popular opinion. Rest in peace, Uncle Lou's turkey belly. Hashtag go Dogs. Thank you, Ksenia. Uncle Lou's turkey belly. Oh, y'all are something. Y'all are something. All right, so most people, it seemed like most people went with Oak State. Okay, so, well, we'll just get right to it. Georgia or Bama, who wins? Let me know in the comments section. Not against the spread or with points or anything like that. Just who do you think wins the game, Georgia or Bama? Let me know in the comments now. Just trying to get an idea of who most people think is going to win these games. Colby, thank you for hitting the PayPal link. He says, "Don't watch you. Don't watch you." Thank you, Colby. I appreciate you. I appreciate you not watching me. I appreciate you not watching me. Lunch on the Nature Boy today. Go dog. Thank you for that, Nature Boy. You didn't have to do that, though, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. And I will take you up on that. I will buy lunch for myself today, so thank you. The Bradshaws. Thank y'all for supporting the show. Rob Sanders said yesterday that UGA is out of the college football playoff if they lose today. College football playoff predictor has UGA at 99% chance of being in regardless of today's outcome. Why is Rob retarded? I've heard Rob talk about this before, and I didn't hear what he said, so maybe he said something different. He doesn't think anyone that ever loses a conference championship game should get in the playoffs. So I'm not sure he thinks they won't get in, because they are going to get in even if they lose. And I think he knows that. But I know for a fact that he's of the opinion that if you lose the conference championship game, you should not get in. And he's not the only one that has that opinion. Dogs by 2 touchdowns. Now, that sounds good. Thank you, Lane. Thank you for hitting the PayPal link. We get you entered in. Dogs by 2 touchdowns. Is that true? Wow. Boy, the Gump tears, man, would be something serious. That would be something serious for sure. Don't forget, Woo. Bear Saban, Nick Bryant, and 18 titles. Dogs on top today, 31-21. Whoa, Todd on that. Now, whoa, Todd on that, Woo. Whoa, Todd, Woo. I think win or lose, we'll put Luther in the Your Season Is Over video tomorrow. Y'all want to see Luther in the Your Season Is Over video tomorrow? Win or lose, I'll put Luther in the Your Season Is Over video tomorrow. He can either brag or cry. He can either brag or cry, whatever what he wants to do. James B., thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see if we can't get Luther in the Your Season Is Over video tomorrow. I think that might work out just fine. All right, what did y'all say about Georgia and Bama? Let's see. Bama, dogs. Georgia. Bama, big. Says a Bama fan. Georgia, Bama. Georgia. Somebody said Bama 19, UGA 80. I see what you did there. UGA, Georgia. I think to find the like button, Taylor, you have to close out of the comment section, I think, on a phone, and then it's up near the top underneath where the video is playing, I think. UGA, Georgia, dogs, 90 proof for Luther, Georgia, Tide, Georgia, I don't watch you. Thank you, lad, my honky. I don't watch you. Georgia, Bama, Georgia. It looks like mostly Georgia in the comment section. A lot of Bamas, but more Georgias it looks like in the comment section. Looks like more Georgias in the comment section than Bamas. So what about the Big Ten title game, Iowa and Michigan? Give me a winner on that one. Iowa or Michigan? Slim Shady, thank you for hitting the PayPal link. After I lose my bet against a shorthorn tater, Texas Pete, my next video will be filmed live taking a number 2 while eating a number 2 on McDonald's free Wi-Fi. Damn. You going to eat that number 2 one time? Oh, y'all are wild. James Deeks, thank you for hitting the PayPal link today to support the show. He says, let's finish off the Gumps today. Go Dogs. Yeah, go Dogs in that, though. Going to be a lot of mad people today at 8 o'clock. A lot of mad people at 8 o'clock today. Lord Crimson Eye, thank you for hitting the PayPal link to support the show. He says, the Gump only managed 10 in regulation against the Barn. Unless they pull out all the stops, I doubt they'll even get to 7 against the Dogs. That's true, but let's not forget, they were without Jamison Williams for that entire game. Basically. He got ejected in the like halfway through the first quarter or something of that game for targeting. And he's their best offensive player. They weren't the same after that. Plus, they had the running back injuries. Now, they're still going to have the running. Look, Alabama's not running the ball, period. I don't even think Alabama's really going to try to run the ball. Not that they'll never run it, but they're not going to make a serious effort to run the ball because they don't have any running backs, number one. Their offensive line is terrible, number two. And they know they can't do it against this defense, number three. So I don't even expect Alabama to really try to run the ball today. I think they're going to air it out. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bryce Young have 40, 45, 50 attempts today. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. Anybody know if Brian Robinson's playing today? He had that pulled muscle. Is he even playing today? If he is, I doubt he's anywhere close to 100%. And the thing is, even when it was 100%, wasn't no good. So, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing there. It's pretty alarming, though. Oh, they're in the World Congress Center? Thank you, D. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's just a block or two away, too. There's really nowhere to do college game day outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They have that one little grassy area, but it's not very big at all. UJ71, thank you for the super chat. He says the same thing. They're in the Georgia World Conference Center, not the Hall of Fame. Andrew Simpkins, thank you for hitting the super chat today. He says, better matchup, Georgia pass catchers versus Bama secondary, or UGA secondary versus Bama pass catchers. Better matchup for Georgia? Probably Georgia pass catchers versus Bama secondary. D, thank you for the super chat. They in the World Congress Center. Davis Painter, thank you for the super chat. He says, Roman Harper said this defensive line has no pass rush ability. He's a dumbass. He said that about Georgia? No way. Nobody's that dumb. Magoo. Mr. Magoo, thank you for the super chat. He says, I've been watching for years. My first time super chatting. I enjoy watching my boy Jesse on your October 2nd Arkansas live stream. Oh, yeah, that's right. Jesse was here for that game. Raj, yeah. Oh, look, let me tell you something about Jesse. What you see from Jesse on video is what you get from Jesse every second of the day that he's awake. That was my second time hanging out with Raj, Jesse. We went to Atlanta for the weekend. A bunch of us did for the Slob Olympics last March, and he was there. And then this week, the Arkansas game, he came over here. He has one speed, go, and that's it. It takes a lot of energy to hang out with Raj. That I can tell you. He's a great guy. Jeremy Garrison says, Georgia 31, Gumps 7. Wow. Michigan minus 20, Iowa. Oh, Michigan 20, Iowa 40? What? I don't think Iowa scored 40 points all year, have they? Michigan 20, Iowa 40? Dang. Ben Dupree, thank you for the super chat. He says, if Auburn sacked Bryce Young 7 times, imagine what Georgia's going to do. I've been imagining it all week. UJ71 says the clown is a guest analyst on Game Day. Dan Mullen? Shit, did I miss Dan Mullen on game day this morning? That's my dude. Just when I thought I wasn't going to see Dan Mullen anymore. Sports Center drags him up to game day. Bo Stacker, thank you for the super chat. He says, Georgia by 10, Oklahoma State, Iowa, Bearcats. The rest is irrelevant. So he thinks Oklahoma State wins, Iowa wins, and Cincinnati wins. The rest is irrelevant. Well, not really irrelevant. So who would be the last team to get in? Because if Georgia wins by 10, Bama's out. If Oklahoma State wins, they're in. If Iowa wins, Michigan is out. If Cincinnati wins, they're in. Notre Dame gets the 4th spot. In that scenario, I guess. Wouldn't that be something? Brian Kelly's got to sit down in Baton Rouge, choking on gumbo, and watching Notre Dame play in the playoffs. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something to see? 1980 was such a good year. 1980 was great. I remember it like it was 41 years ago. Buck Bellew completed 1 pass in the national title game, and Georgia rolled Notre Dame. Memories. I think. I have some kind of a weird sickness and disease. I don't even really know what it is. James, thank you for hitting the PayPal link. He says, Georgia 37, Gumps 20. God, is that true? Is that true? Georgia's going to win by 17. And he says, go Dogs, too. Almost forgot about that. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. I'll be streaming the SEC championship game on my Patreon page. So those of you that are members of the Patreon, you know the routine by now. At about 3:30 today, the game comes on at 4. At about 3:30 today, I'm going to post a link over on my Patreon page. Just go to the Patreon page, click that link, and it'll take you to the live stream. There's a link to the Patreon page in the description of this video. If there's any of you that aren't on the Patreon page and you want to, you can click the link in the description of this video. It'll take you over there. Have yourself a look around. That would be great. Without the Patreon page, I wouldn't be able to do this year round. There's just no way. The Patreon page is really what keeps my head above water in the off season, especially. So a big shout out to all of you who are over there on the Patreon page. We'll have a good time today for the SEC championship game over. I'll live stream it for the Patreon. And then for the primetime games tonight, I'll stream right here on this channel. So if any of you are going to be watching these primetime games, Pitt, Wake Forest, Michigan, Iowa, come on over to the channel. Discuss the game with everybody in the comments section. We'll have a good time there too. I don't know when the prime time, both those games come on at 8. It's going to depend when the Georgia-Bama game ends. I'll try to start the primetime stream right at 8 when those games start. But if the Georgia-Bama game doesn't end until 7:30 or 7:45 or 8 even, which is likely, and then I have to record my post-game video and get it uploaded, it might end up being 8:15 or 8:30 before I start the primetime stream. But I will be streaming tonight during the primetime games right here on this channel for whoever wants to come and hang out and watch those games. But the afternoon games, the SEC Championship, Georgia versus Bama, that'll be on the Patreon page. Georgia's first round playoff game, I'm going to just stream it on YouTube. I don't care who we play, what the matchup is, whatever. I haven't even talked to the Patreon people about that yet. But I haven't streamed. I think I've only streamed 2 Georgia games on YouTube this entire year. So I'm gonna do the first round playoff game, assuming something weird doesn't happen. I mean, Georgia should be in there. I'm gonna stream Georgia's first round playoff game on YouTube right here on this channel for whoever wants to come and laugh at me or whatever. I'm just gonna stream it for everybody to see. The other playoff game I will do on Patreon, and then the national title game, no matter who's in it, we'll put on Patreon too, because I do one Patreon stream a week during the season, at least one. And there'll be some bowl games and stuff like that streamed on Patreon too. Some streamed on this channel. I don't know. That's going to depend. We got to wait for the bowl matchups to be announced before I decide what I want to do there. But that's the schedule for the rest of the day. For the Baylor and Oklahoma State game, I'll just upload a reaction video to that game, just a 5-minute video. I'll just upload it either at halftime or after the game or whatever. Then I'll be live streaming Patreon for the afternoon games, which is Georgia versus Bama. And I will be live streaming right here on this channel on YouTube for any of you that want to come and hang out tonight for the primetime games, which is Wake Forest, Pitt, and Michigan, Iowa. So that's the schedule. That's the schedule for the rest of the day. What time is it? 10 o'clock. All right, we're going to get wrapped up here in the next 10 or 15 minutes. Everybody that has sent a super chat or a PayPal, I'm going to start to get you entered in this random name picker. We will draw one name out at the end. That person can pick any game they want today against the spread. If you win, I'll send you your winnings. And let's take a look at the most up-to-date lines for today's games. Here we go. All right. Baylor and Oklahoma State. This one comes on 12 o'clock on ABC. Neutral site game at Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Baylor versus Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's a 6.5-point favorite. Oklahoma State beat them by 10 in the regular season, 24-14, in a pretty good game. I like Baylor in the points in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Oklahoma won the game. I'm not convinced Baylor will win, although I think this is one of the best chances for an upset today. But I'm going to take Baylor in the points in this one. App State at UL Lafayette. This is a weird situation here. This is where Bill Napier is coming from, UL Lafayette. He's been there 4 years. He's made the conference championship game all 4 years. Now, they didn't play the conference championship game last year because of COVID. So he made the conference championship game each of his first 2 years, Napier did, at UL Lafayette. And he made it this year. And all 3 times he played App State. He lost the last 2. He's yet to win the conference. Could he win it today? No. I'll take App State, lay the 2.5. Houston at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 10.5-point favorite. Houston is no pushover. Now, Cincinnati's got everything in the world to play for today. There's no reason Cincinnati shouldn't come out motivated and just ready to roll. I'm going to take Cincinnati and lay the 10.5. But I don't know if I'm actually going to bet this game. But for the purposes of talking about it, I'm going to take Cincinnati and lay the 10.5. But Cincinnati at times has been inconsistent. Cincinnati at times this year has not showed up till the second half. I think if they do anything like that today, they could be in trouble in the second half against Houston. But so I'm probably not going to bet that one. Georgia and Alabama, the line's back up to 6.5. It had gone down to 6 points yesterday. Back up to 6.5 today. I like Georgia minus 6.5. I think they win by 10-14. Wake Forest at Pitt. Pitt's favored by 3.5. I like Pitt in this one. Kenny Pickett might have 6 or 7 touchdown passes. Wake Forest defense is absolutely horrific. Wake Forest has a good offense too, but I trust Pittsburgh's defense way more than I trust Wake Forest. I think Pittsburgh's defense can make enough stops in this game where Pittsburgh could win by a couple of touchdowns. So I like Pitt in that one. That one's 8 o'clock tonight on ABC, Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Big Ten championship game also tonight at 8 o'clock. Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Same place the national title game is this year, by the way. National title game in Indianapolis this year. Iowa at Michigan. Michigan's 11-point favorite, and I like Michigan. Iowa, no offense at all. I like Michigan to cover. Utah State, San Diego State, I don't really have any thoughts on that one. This is a makeup game, Southern Cal at Cal. I believe this game was canceled for COVID reasons, if I'm not mistaken. No one cares about this game. I'll take Cal because USC is an abject failure right now. Lincoln Riley got a lot of work to do there. So I'm going to scroll through the game slowly one more time, and then we're gonna shut things down for the contest because I got to start entering everyone's name into this random name picker. Everybody that sent a super chat or a PayPal, you'll get entered into the drawing. If you send a PayPal, your name will get entered twice. Because YouTube steals half your super chat, PayPal doesn't. So when you send a PayPal, we put you in twice. So I'm going to scroll through this list slowly one more time, because if you win, I'm going to need to know what bet it is you want to make. And if you win the bet, I'll send you your winnings. So here we go. Scroll through pretty slowly. Well, a little slower than that. There you go. Well, let's do it one more time. There you go. All right, there you go. That's all today's games. The latest odds, the latest lines. Bo Stacker says Georgia by 10. Oh, I already read that one. Thank you, Bo. Caleb says you're doing 2 streams today. Yeah, I do 2 every Saturday. One on Patreon and one on YouTube. So today the Patreon stream will be at 4, and the YouTube stream will be the primetime games at 8. There's a link to the Patreon page in the description of the video if anybody wants to check it out. Nick Koenig, thank you for the super chat. Go Dogs from a Buckeye fan. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Dylan Deloney, thank you for the super chat. I hope Edward gets to trash talk Bama. Something tells me he will. Something tells me he will. Gator Zone, thank you for the super chat. Remember when May and Holtz were the college football experts? I do remember that. In my opinion, though, college football final with Lou Holtz, Mark Mays, and Reese Davis, it was the best college football show ESPN has ever had. I loved that show. It came on at like 1:30 or 2 in the morning after all the West Coast games ended, and it was Reese Davis, Lou Holtz, and Mark Mays, and I think that was the best college football show ESPN's ever had. I loved that show. I think they still have college football final, but it's different, of course, different people on there now, and I quit watching it. That was a great show. I loved that show. And, you know, Mark Mays and Lou Holtz, they still do something together. They do it on YouTube. I don't know what the name of the channel is, but every once in a while it comes up in my recommended videos or something. Lou Holtz and Mark Mays do some kind of little something on YouTube together during the season. Brandon Pratt, thank you for the super chat. When Jordan Davis left for college, he told his dad, "You're the man of the house now." Monken's Headset, thank you for the super chat. Who have we played? Georgia 35, Gumps 7. Damn. All right. Little Bad Dog said, "Go Dogs." What's up, Little Bad Dog? Good morning, Little Bad Dog. Swiper, thank you for the super chat. He says, do you think Clemson will be back on track next year with a good QB coming in? Hopefully. I really want to see UJ Clemson rematch. Also, I love you, Lou. Well, they better be back on track next year because the year after that, they have to play Georgia week 1 again. So they got 1 year to get right. I know Clemson has a bad offensive line and some other issues. Even besides that, though, and I don't know how Clemson fans feel, I'm not sold on DJ Ukulele, no matter what kind of offensive line or anything they have. I just don't know if he's got it. I really don't. I have no reason to troll Clemson right now. That's just my honest feeling on Ukulele right now is that he might not be the one to take them where they want to go. Tiger Paul Craven, thank you for the PayPal. He says, I'm excited to watch championship Saturday, but damn, college football goes by too damn fast. Good luck to your dogs, sir. It does. It seems like I remember sitting down to do this first Saturday morning show of the season, and it seems like it was yesterday. The week 0 weekend when Wisconsin and Illinois was the only decent game on. I remember sitting down here that Saturday morning to do the first college game day show of the season. It does go by way too quick. Way too quick. All right, I'm going to start to get these names entered in to the random name picker. And then we're going to come up with a winner for this morning. And that person's going to have an opportunity to win themselves some money. I'm going to start with the PayPals. That's what I'll do. I'll start with the PayPals. How'd that be? You think that'll be fine? Let's start with those. Random name picker. There you are. All right. I'm going to start at the top of the list, scroll down to the bottom to make sure I get everybody in. We've got Parker, Slim Shady, Caleb Reed, Daniel Joseph, David Hunt, Jimmy Robinson, Jonah Roberts, Unruly Simeon, great name, Bad Dog, Zach to the Future says, Uncle Lou, I think I missed this one earlier. The Alabama Demons of games past are attacking my mind this morning. Oh, no, I did read that. Because, your coworkers are going to be sad. Zach to the Future. That's a good name, too. Parker again. Isan Sarshar. J.D. in Law 1974. Koala Gang. Trey Bartholomew. Oh, Bartolo. Sorry, Bartolo. Bartholomew. I'm thinking of Bob DeBarner. Daniel Joseph. Slim Shady. Caleb Eric Klein. Unruly Simeon, Daniel Joseph. Senor Dog, UGA 71. Andrew Simpkins. D.R. Davis Painter. Y'all be patient with me. There's a lot of you today, which is, I'm not complaining. It's a great thing. Ben Dupree. In fact, we're gonna do 2 names today. Okay, this is a lot of names, so we're gonna have 2 winners today. 2 people have a chance to win today. Caleb, Nick Herning, Bo Stacker. There's 2 Calebs. We need to keep that in mind. One of them is Caleb Reed. So I put Caleb Reed for Caleb Reed, and I put just Caleb for Caleb. So we need to keep that in mind so we don't get confused if one of them wins. Dylan Deloney. Gators owned. Brandon Pratt. Monken's headset. Bad Dog. Swiper. Albert Sancho, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. He says, go Dogs, get that natty. Man, I hope so. And Ronald Shores. Thank you, Ronald. He says, love all your content, Lou. Go Noles. Hey, thanks, Ronald. I appreciate that. I was high on Florida State at the end of the year. I was surprised they lost that last game to Florida, but I think Florida State right now is trending in a better direction than the other 2 Florida schools, Florida or Miami. We'll see. I think Florida State's got the best coaching situation, at least right now. We don't know how good Napier's going to be. So, Florida State, reason to be optimistic, at least compared to the other 2 Florida schools, in my idiotic opinion. All right, now on to the PayPals. These names will get entered in twice. So we got a Tiger Paw. James C. M. I don't like to put people's last names on here, so we'll just do that. James D. I know that's Slim Shady. Adrian C. Smata. I think that's Nature Boy. Ksenia. Colby. Trevor R. The Bradshaws. Lane L. Nature Boy. James B. Robert C. Caleb Hester. Caleb H. Sorry. Jonah R. Daniel M. Slim Shady. What you know about Slim Shady? Joshua Toporek. Tiger Paw. All right, just about done. Might be it, actually. Nope, couple more. Jeremy B. Colby. Jonah R. riser. Hog head. Hog head. Sean M. There we go. Got them all in. Refresh it, make sure I didn't miss one, and then we'll be good to go. We're going to pick two winners today. Clay, thank you for hitting the PayPal link. He says, just because, go Dogs. Monken's headset, thank you, sir. Got you in there. Craig Pittman, thank you for the super chat. Let's get you in. This is going to be it, though. Craig Pittman. Jenny gave Forrest AIDS. Dogs by 21. Ninja Turtle says, this is James B. from PayPal, by the way. All right, I got you in again, Ninja Turtle. Thank you, sir. All right, here we go. Let me put this up on the screen. Well, first, before we do that, I need, what do I need? I need a number. Let's see who's in here. The Pet Sasquatch. Mike Leach's Pet Sasquatch. I need you to pick a number between 3 and 6. The Pet Sasquatch is here. Mike Leach, Pet Sasquatch. Good morning to you, sir. I need you to pick a number between 3 and 6 for me so we can pick some winners here this morning. We're going to have 2 winners today. Let Little Bad Dog pick the numbers. Hey, did you hear that, Bad Dog? Is Little Bad Dog still around? Have him pick a number between 3 and 6. That's a good idea. Shout out to Little Bad Dog. Four. Sasquatch said 4. We're gonna go with 4. We'll just go with 4. Get this over with. All right. For those of you who might be new to this is how it works. This is just a random name picker. So everyone's name got entered in for the super chats and the PayPals. Everyone's name. Every super chat, your name got entered once. Every PayPal, your name got entered twice. You can see them all in there. I went through and entered them in order, so I made sure not to skip any. So there you go. I put the super chats in first, then the PayPals, and then there was a couple of super chats at the end. Ninja Turtle and Craig Pittman. So the number was what was the number? Was the number 3 or 4? 4. 4 was the number. Okay. So I click this green button that says pick a random name. It randomly picks one of the names from this list. The 4th name that it picks will be the first winner, and then the 5th name will be the second winner. So 2 winners today. So here we go. Here's the first pick. Good luck to everybody, and thank you all for supporting the show. Cassinia. All right, name number 2. Name 4 and name 5 will be the 2 winners. Colby. Name number 3 coming up. Smata. Name number 4. And the first of today's winners is Robert C. Robert C. You are the first winner. I need to know what game it is today you're most confident in against the spread. And if you pick correctly, Uncle Lou will send you your winnings. And James B. So, James B. I think both of those were from the PayPal. James C. and James B. There's a lot of James in here. James B. Oh, James B. and Robert C., wasn't it? James B. and Robert C. Let me pull the PayPal back up and see who that was. James B. Robert C. James B. and Robert C. Okay. I see Robert. Now, who was James B? James C.M. James D? What the heck is going on here? James B. Oh, I see James B. I see it. James B. and Robert C. I got it now. I found it on the PayPal. James C. And Robert. No. James B. Robert C. Y'all know who y'all are. Robert C., your last name ends in E. James B., your last name ends in E, too. I don't like to say people's last names, but so y'all should know who y'all are. So you sent those on PayPal. I don't know what your YouTube name is. Let's see if it says in the comment. Sometimes they leave it in the comment. Don't forget. Okay, so don't forget Woo, Bear Saban, Nick Bryan, and 18 titles. Dogs on top, 31-21. Whoa, Todd on that. You won. Whoever that is. I don't know what the YouTube name is. I only have the PayPal name. And where's the? Let me find the next one again. All right, here's the next one. Rob Dog. He's on the way to the game. I'm assuming he's going to take Georgia. Rob Dog, I'm assuming you're going to take Georgia. I think you have my cell phone number, Rob Dog. You could just text me your pick, too. James B., if you're listening, maybe you don't comment in the comment section. I'm not sure. You can just send me an email of what game you want to pick. CrazyUncleLou@gmail.com, CrazyUncleLou@gmail.com. Same for you, Rob, but I think you have my cell phone number, Rob, if you're still listening. Or I'll text you. I'll text you. James B. is Ninja Turtle. He wants the Dogs later points. Okay. So you've got UJ minus 6.5. Thank y'all for helping me out in the comment section with that. I got you, Ninja Turtle. I'm sorry. I got you. So we got Ninja Turtle down, Georgia 6.5. And Rob Dog, who I'm assuming is also going to want Georgia minus 6.5. Let me see if I can. Hell, I'll call him live on the air. Give him the good news. You want me to call him right now? See if he'll answer. He's at the game. Here we go. Call him and see what he says.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, good morning in that, though, but it's Uncle Lou here, though.
Hey, Uncle Lou.
Yeah, you won, though.
I won.
Yeah, so you want the Dogs minus 6.5, or you like another game better?
Let's take that one.
Dogs minus 6.5. I got you down.
All right. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Have fun at the game, buddy.
I will.
All
Thank
right,
you.
man. Yes, sir. Bye.
Goodbye.
Rob Dog. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here and get ready for today's games. I got to make a quick trip to the store here and be back, of course, before the noon games. kick off. For those of you that are members over on the Patreon page, I'll see you all around 3:30 or 3:45. The game kicks off at 4. I'll post a link on my Patreon page around 3:30 or 3:45. Just go to the Patreon page at that time. You'll see the post. Click the link. It'll take you to the live stream. We'll watch the SEC championship game. Tonight, for the primetime games, I'll be streaming right here on this channel. So if you're going to be home or out and about, wherever you're at, and you want to hang out and watch the games with us, hang out in the comment section, whatever. We have a good time in the live streams. So I hope to see you all there. Good luck to all your teams today. Well, the few of them that are playing. Unless you're an Alabama fan, in which case, you know how this goes. Unfortunately, you're going to have to tote the giant L. For everybody else, though, good luck. Great games today. Great season. Championship weekend. We'll find the bowl matchups out tomorrow. Oh, I'll be live tomorrow during the playoff selection show. That's normally on Tuesdays, but they do it tomorrow. I believe at noon. So I will be live whenever the playoff selection show comes on. I will be live at that time to watch and react to the playoff selection shows with all of you guys. So tune in tomorrow for that. Plus the Your Season is Over video tomorrow. Reaction videos uploaded all day today. Halftime video for Georgia-Alabama will be uploaded. And a post-game video for Georgia-Alabama will be uploaded. Win or lose, no matter what. Yeah, and if Georgia loses, I'm going to be live right here on this channel for the primetime games. You're welcome to come and troll me. If Georgia wins, I expect you to come running to the comment section in primetime and apologize to me and congratulate me. That would be great. That would be great. The more people we can get to do that, the better. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I'm going to head to the store and try to get back in time to see the game day selections at the end and then watch these noon games. I hope y'all enjoy your Saturday and the rest of your weekend. And until next time, have a good morning.